Am I the asshole for telling an exchange student to not date my son and possibly ending my marriage? Yo, this story is nuts. Trust me on this one. So I, 40 female, have 2 kids. My daughter Liz, 12, and my son Toby, 19. I'm going to be honest. Toby has become a perverted degenerate. Because Toby is his son, my husband, 54, tended to spoil Toby a lot and indulge his interests, which include 18 plus movies and my husband's stash of old Playboys. My husband would say, quote, he's a teenager, let him be, despite me telling him that Toby was growing to be a degenerate. This was especially true for Asian women. We had an Asian cleaner, we're pretty well off, who Toby would hit on and harass until she smacked him across the face when he tried to lift her skirt. My husband wanted to press charges, but I threatened to divorce him if he did, and I said I would make sure everybody knew what a pervert Toby was. I made sure to give her a nice bonus before referring her to a friend and then hired an older man in her place. Toby soaked for 3 months following that. I can already hear the comments, why threaten divorce when you could just do it, and it's because I didn't want to uproot Liz. I have been saving a small chunk of the weekly grocery money since she was born and have a lot saved in a secret account. I originally planned to get the best divorce lawyer once Liz goes to college and leave him, but considering everything that happened these past few hours, I may need to move my plans up. I realized I was basically groomed not long after Toby began exhibiting that problematic behavior, and I think fetishizing exotic women is hereditary, as my husband is white and I am Latina. Most of the community knows I was groomed, so I have a lot of friends in the neighborhood because of it. They serve as my eyes, and it keeps Toby in check while in public, something that he makes clear annoys him. Anyway, our neighbor recently had his prior exchange student come back for a visit he hosted a few years back. For the sake of this post, I will call her Kimmy. Kimmy is incredibly bright and happy, and she's always smiling and waving at people in the street. This would be all fine and dandy if she hadn't done so to Toby, who she caught coming back from hanging out with friends. She was on my neighbor's front porch having tea with my neighbor's wife when they caught each other's eyes. To be honest, Toby was smitten, but I didn't trust it. I noticed that he and Kimmy would talk for hours on the porch the following week. And we even had her over for tea a few times over the course of that week. Liz absolutely adores her, and the two would talk about fashion and the newest anime and manhwas. I have no idea if I spelled that right, but the Korean version of manga. Okay. Fast forward to 2 days ago, and we're having tea with Kimmy, my neighbor's wife, and I. Kimmy asked if she could possibly